A new website dedicated to rating charity shops has been set up in East Yorkshire. Charity Shop Expert allows users to advise fellow shoppers on the pros and cons of specific stores. Well, we were talking about charity shops yesterday. Let's speak now to Walkington's Drew Fussey, who is the brains behind the outfit, and he's on the line now. Morning, Drew.
Good morning.
So what makes someone think to themselves, I'm going to start a website rating charity shops?
For us, it was about being able to find the best charity shops in the country. And myself and my wife, we travelled all over the place and we go to charity shops. But have we found the best one? So we really just came up with the idea of if we could set up a website where you could find, review, rate charity shops, it would help avid charity shoppers find the best places to go for what they want to find.
Well, you're clearly an avid charity shop shopper. What makes a great charity shop?
Every charity shop varies week by week depending upon the donations, but primarily it's to do with the volunteers in the shop, the manager in the shop, and the way that they present what the donations that they've had.
So there must be some of them that get absolutely rave reviews. Where are the best charity shops?
It depends on what you're looking for across the various different categories. For example, vintage, we would say there is a fantastic vintage shop in Lincoln, but also Newland Ave and Dove House is a great charity shop where they really theme it. And it depends on what you want to go charity shopping for. If you're looking for that fantastic find, sometimes it's best to find the old school charity shops where they're not too merchandised and the retail element hasn't got in too much and you have to really dig. And you can find some great bargains. Another occasion, if you're particularly looking for some clothing, it might be best to go to one that actually is quite high-end and spends a bit of time making sure the merchandise is well presented.
What is the best treasure to find? Is it something that would have been worth a fortune that's now a couple of quid, or something just completely unique that might not have much value, but it's different?
Well, that's a really interesting question because people use charity shops for different reasons, and often one of them is because it's something you couldn't find anywhere else anymore. A lot of people use charity shops for vintage clothes, and they are a great source of finding something that simply could be priceless to somebody because it comes from the 1920s, 30s or 40s, and they're very hard to come by, or if they are in a vintage shop, would be a lot more expensive. But when we were doing surveys about should we set this thing up, someone came out of the shop and said, I look for darts memorabilia, and the only place I can find it is charity shops, and he's probably right.
And how popular has the website been so far?
Well, the website's been up and running nearly 5 months now, and we're not far off 1,000 reviews. 230 people have registered on the site, and we've reviewed over 300 shops. But there are 7,000 charity shops in the country, so we've still got a fair way to go.
It's a good start, though, isn't it, having 200-odd people that are interested in what you're doing?
Well, it is. Just off the back of your programme yesterday, you could hear the enthusiasm in people's voices for what they find. A good find is what they want. The weather presenter there on TV wearing something from a charity shop. Secretly, we all love a bargain, and charity shops are a great place to get something of really good quality at a great price while supporting a good cause.
You've inspired me. I want to go to a charity shop, You've sold it to me.
We asked the big question yesterday as to whether they were changing, because we obviously found this £99 coat. Are they still affordable, charity shops?
Absolutely. What you have to think of is the reason that charity shops are there. And certainly from a charity shop expert perspective, we believe that without the number of charity shops on our high street, and on average there's about 9 charity shops on every high street, you wouldn't have the footfall there anymore. So, yes, they're important to our high street to keep the economy going. If they've got a product that they know they can sell for a high value for the good cause, why shouldn't they do it? If it doesn't sell, they will just reduce the price. The fact is we are becoming savvy charity shoppers. So some people will go, they know what it's worth in the real world, they'll buy it. Other people, they still want to find a bargain, so they'll go off to a small charity shop in the middle of nowhere and go digging and find the same thing at £2 that someone might have paid £20 in another charity shop. They're not getting greedy. You've got to think of what charity shops are there to do and how they actually do support our social infrastructure.
It sounds like you're onto a winner with the website. Where do people find it?
Well, the easiest way to find it is to Google Charity Shop Expert. Other search engines are available, but otherwise the website address is www.charityshopexpert.co.uk.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for your time this morning. Walkington's Drew Fussey is behind Charity Shop Expert.